One of the key components in gaining real value from a penetration test comes down to the actual tester. And this isn't just about their technical or hacking skill set, it's their whole attitude, the drivers behind why they took up testing as a job, their understanding of the technologies and risks behind what they find, and their ability to articulate their findings and devise relevant remediation plans that fit within the organization they're testing. One of the biggest changes I've seen in my 25 years in infosec is the reason why people get into security. And this is especially important when talking about pen testers. If their driver is it's cool, or they get to hack stuff, or it was purely for the money, I'm sorry, but they'll rarely provide much value to your business. Over the last 10 years, I've hired dozens of pen testers into my teams. And the first thing I've always looked for is that hacker mindset, that unquenchable thirst to continually learn and understand how things work, and subsequently how you can manipulate and break them. The great testers I work with struggle to stop at the end of the day because they have an obsessive need to keep going. They know there's something there, something's not right. If they just spend 5 more minutes, they'll solve it. Suddenly it's 5 hours later and the rest of the world has long been asleep. While it appears glamorous on the surface and you get to hack all the things, being a penetration tester is far from being an easy career choice. It's a constant learning curve with continual time investment to stay on top of the latest technologies, vulnerabilities, and tactics. I'm sure I'll cop some flack for this, but pen testing isn't a 9 to 5 job. It's a constant time investment inside and outside of work. If you don't love security and want to invest this time, you either won't make it as a pen tester or you'll never be great at it. And if you're not great, you're giving your clients a false sense of security. You'll be leaving vulnerabilities undiscovered and unreported. And the threat actors out there that have invested the time and have that hacker mindset, they will find them. But even if the tester has all these traits, if they don't understand how your business works and can't articulate remediation strategies that fit with your business, there's no long-term value in your report. As an example, when was the last time you received a report that had multiple mitigation options for a single finding? Options that weren't boilerplate and actually fit with your business, your internal skill sets, and your processes. Most would say never. Anything we do in infosec breaks down into managing risk, and risk management is about reducing risk to acceptable levels. Giving blanket, you must do this to fix this issue in a report often ends up too time or cost inhibitive for the organization to undertake, or could be outside their internal skill sets. When you take context into account, a finding could relate to a system and its end of life, and all you need is a compensating control to temporarily reduce risk to an acceptable level until that asset is decommissioned. At Morrisec, our pen testers are testers not just because they love security and have that hacker mindset, but they actually want to make a difference in maturing our clients' security postures. They understand risk reduction, and during readout meetings prior to reporting, they discuss various mitigation strategies and options that fit within your business context and are feasible for your organization to implement. They understand source code, development practice, operations, and technology at the deepest level, so can advise and provide the information you need to actually get value out of your tests. You can probably tell I'm passionate about this topic and could rant on this for hours. So if you want to chat and hear more about why our penetration testers are in a class of their own, just reach out. I'm always open for a chat.